Esta conferencia comenzará a grabarse.
Buenos días, Francisco. Are you there? Not. I see that you don't have sound for now. Francisco, okay. Do you have sound now? Can you speak? I am assuming that Aragon Exterior is Francisco Vigalondo. It could be that it is another person, sorry. Okay, anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Hello, Antonio.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. I am Francisco Vigalondo from Aragon Exterior.
Welcome, Francisco. Okay, so
Thank
I
you.
will introduce very quickly the session, okay, and I will pass to you the turn, okay. So today we will speak about partnerships of industrial modernization platform, concretely of creative industry that I think is the newest one, okay. And for that, we have with us Francisco Vigalondo, that is a representative of Aragon Exterior in Brussels, and a very good friend. I don't know, Francisco, if you will be the only speaker or you will introduce any other person, but in any case, it's up to you, okay? Thank you for joining us. And Francisco, do you want to have the presentation rights?
I tried to share, yeah.
Let me.
No, I think you need to.
Now, you
Now.
should receive the invitation.
Okay, just let me 1 minute. So, yes, Vigalondo. I am representative of Aragon Exterior in Brussels. Aragon Exterior is a public body of the government of Aragon, and our mission is to help the enterprises, the SMEs, or also the kind of agents in the Aragon economy to internationalize. And
Francisco,
in particular,
sorry for your knowledge, there is no screen share yet. We don't see your screen. I don't know if you are sharing it or not.
okay, now it's good.
Not yet. And at this moment, you have 2 microphones activated also, for your information, because you have 2 sessions. You should put one of the mic off. And if you have problems sharing your screen, you could send to me the presentation and I could share it for you. We are waiting for you, Francisco. We are not hearing you at this moment. Francisco, we are not hearing you. Okay, it's clear that there are some problems with the connection with Francisco. While we wait for Francisco, now? We see you now at this moment, Francisco, but we don't hear you. Your mic is off.
Now?
Now,
Okay.
perfect. Okay.
Try again. And I need permissions again to share,
Okay.
Antonio.
Giving you the presentation rights.
Okay. If not, I send you the presentation by email. Maybe you can, because I think I have problem with the to share the presentation. Maybe my connection is not good. I don't know.
I don't know, but if not,
I have the window open to share, but when I try to share, nothing's happened. So, Antonio, I send you the presentation. Maybe you can help me with that.
Please. I have it.
Okay, but I can send you the presentation.
I have one. I don't know if it, I suppose it's it. Okay, let me. So now I will share it, my screen, and I hope everything is all right for you to start. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Perfect.
Now, yes.
Thank you.
So very quickly, I introduce myself. I am representative of Aragon Exterior here in Brussels, and Aragon Exterior is a public body of the government of Aragon. I am in charge of help the agents of the innovation system in Aragon and in general the cluster or the kind of organizations and the SMEs to participate in European programs, or maybe to develop initiatives from home. And in this frame, I am also in charge of developing the cooperation, the participation of my regional stakeholders in this partnership, in this mass specialization strategy. So today I appreciated the invitation from the European Cluster Alliance. I'm very grateful to Antonio and the members for this invitation to present this new smart specialization partnership. For those that are not familiarized with this initiative, let me introduce very quickly what is this, the smart specialization strategy. Antonio, can you forward with the next slide, please? Yeah, this is the just the portal, and in which you can have the information about the smart specialization platform. During this last period of the multi-financial framework, the regions need to define this strategy. As you know, a part of structural funds, regional structural funds must be devoted to develop research and innovation. But the Commission tried that in this period, this money was, these funds spent in a more efficient way, and for that they promote this definition of capacities and also priorities in which the regions must invest this kind of funds. And to support the cooperation between the regions, the Commission also created this platform that is managed by the Joint Research Council. I don't know, Antonio, you can just put in on the just the logo of a smart specialization platform. This is a link to the portal. I think will be active.
It's opening now.
No?
I think it's opening, but probably it's not. I don't know.
I just to quickly,
Yes.
well,
Yes.
yeah, it's coming?
It is.
Yeah. So, through the Vanguard initiative, yes, keep it here in the top of the, yeah. In this frame of the smart specialization platform, and through the Vanguard initiative, the Commission developed some pilot actions, and that will be useful to create three sub platforms. One is about agri-food, a second about energy, and a third platform on industrial modernization. And you can go now, Antonio, to induce this industrial modernization. Thank you. And the idea is that the regions can create by themselves different alliance or partnership on thematic areas that they consider to have common interest and are important for them. And they, in this case, you can show just very quickly these thematic areas in the industrial modernization. At the moment, they are more than 20 thematic areas. In general, this is 2 or 3 regions that lead the creation of one of these thematic areas. This is a bottom-up approach in general. Maybe there are two partnership that has been created, promoted by the Commission directly, but the other all the others as created by the regions. And this is the lead of, this is the 2 or 3 regions that submit an expression of interest to the Commission, and the other regions that decide to join this this partnership. So now this is a new thematic area that has been submitted by 3 regions. Thank you, Antonio. We can now continue with the presentation. Of course, if you have questions, maybe you can interrupt me and ask me for an explanation, or at the end, as you want. So the key elements for this smart specialization strategies are, as you can see now on the screen, that this is a place-based approach. This is important also that the result of this research and innovation go to the market. And so this is not only for just to cooperate in the field of research, but cooperate to use the result of this research and technological transfer to cover this deep valley and to convert these results on investments. And maybe this to be competitive at the global scale, the regions are too small for that, so they need to cooperate in order to scale up the actions. And this is the one of the main missions of this on these partnerships. Can advance more on a slide more? Well, why the international cooperation is important? As in the cluster organizations, you know very well, this this kind of investment projects are not easy because they require effort, a lot of effort. They are risky business. They are not sure about the results, and they need also a vision at medium or in the long run. This not only for the immediate results. And also we talk in innovation not only in product, but we also this is an innovation maybe sometimes in processes or in organization. And this is why this is important to cooperate in order to improve this effort and to avoid the overlapping, and also to share this risk. Antonio, can advance one more. And the question is why a new thematic area and why in this thematic area of cultural and creative industries. Well, at the beginning, we have in 2018, this was the European Year of Cultural Heritage, and we have in ERIN, ERIN is an European network in which involving more than 100 regions, and the office, as in the case of my office here in Aragon Exterior, that they are in charge of innovation and research. And we organize an event about the cultural heritage and cultural tourism and sustainable tourism. We have these conclusions from this event, and we detected that the culture was an integrated part of the tourist experience. We have also highlighted the importance of co-creation and involvement of the local stakeholders. And we also introduced in these new visions about the visitors' experience the importance of sustainability, the need of building capacities, and of course the possibility, the capacity of the smart specializations to mobilize this spillover effect to create new business and these new industries. But in the weakness or in the threats, we also realized that the access to advanced technologies was difficult for SMEs. And also we at this moment a new phenomena was the social tensions between some destinations, tourist destinations with problems of tourist flows and the reaction of local communities. Of course, if we have now the new problem, fortunately, that is this year, that is the COVID-19 impact on both sectors, tourism and cultural industries. I also highlighted the importance of the digital innovation as a new technology that can transform and is transforming the customer preferences, and also the possibility to increase or to have new or emerging cultural expectations. In particular, it has been estimated growing of 57% globally, and this news approach as with a focus on experience. Please, Antonio, the next slide. Yeah, this is the sorry, this advance. This is some figures to illustrate the importance for this market. The potential for growth in cultural and creative industries is as a contribution to the economy at this moment is, as you can see in the screen, more than 5% of total European gross value added. This is also an important sector for employment, with more than 12 million people in the European Union, is estimated. And also it's in this sector a very important sector for the social relevance because culture promotes these active citizenships, sorry, common values, but also social inclusion. And this is an important aspect in our partnership because as I present you now, in the building of our network, we are covering not only European area but also the neighboring area, and in particular in the Mediterranean and Balkans and the Black Sea. And last but not least, culture has been declared by the United Nations a human right, and yes, the participation in cultural life. As maybe if you pay attention before in the thematic areas, at this moment they are a thematic area devoted to tourism. And for the Commission, it's important that the thematic areas are not overlapping themselves. So we need to create this new thematic area to be careful not to or to be complementary to this tourism section or the tourism common interest with culture. So our thematic area is just covering this or this aspect related to cultural and creative industries that maybe can have an important or only positive impact on tourism, but not exclusively. And there is the focus is from culture and from communities, and not from the tourist point of view or the tourist strategies. In fact, when we start to prepare this initiative, at the beginning there are two separate initiatives. One from Western Greece and Adriatic Union macro region, and this is why I say that this is covering a larger or broader geographical space in not only the European Union. And in this case, this initiative focus on the spillover effect of the cultural and creative industries on other sectors. Tourism, but also through creativity in more sectors like high-end industries, or maybe in general you can imagine also construction, or even as design and in the general production or manufacturing. And from the part of Tuscany and Aragon, the Erin regions, we focus on how the new technologies can transform and modernize these cultural and creative industries. So the Commission only want a thematic area by in the platform. So the Commission invite us to merge the two initiatives, and we work for many months and finally we obtained this result. Antonio, please, one more slide. We decide to integrate the two initiatives in a threefold approach to identify synergies, investment, and collaborative projects. And with this regarding the human-centered approach, also to be sustainable, developing a circular approach as a circular city and territory, and this open and collaborative innovation. And in the cross-cutting of these three areas, we discover the the opportunity to develop or integrate these the new technologies. Also, the objectives for the sustainable development and the spillover effect. As these key enable technologies, we must consider that these cultural and creative industries have been increasingly recognized as catalysis of new technologies for enabling innovation. Design is increasingly considered as a strategic tool for use-driven or user-centered innovation. And also this sector provides content for ICT applications, creating a demand for sophisticated consumer electronics and telecommunication devices. Regarding the spillover effect, we have in the crossroads between arts, business, and technology, and the cultural and creative industries are in a strategic position to trigger spillover effects in other industries. Culture and creativity have a direct impact on sectors such as tourism, as I mentioned now, but also for integration of all stages of the value chain on sectors such as culinary art, fashion, or high-end industries. And finally, regarding these sustainable goals, the cultural and creative industries have the power to improve lives, transform communities and local and regional economies, and generate growth and skilled jobs. The combination of arts, design, and technology also owns the potential to be more widely used in low-tech companies and in the service sector related to well-being and quality of life, as for instance, this is the habitat sector. So one more, please. Antonio. Thank you. So when we finally we have this consensus for the approach, we define the objective of this thematic area to stimulate new insights and opportunities, and we focus on the impact of this sector have for local communities and residents. And this is you can see now the complementarity with tourism. That is the point of view of visitors. Here is the point of view of the impact on the destinations and how this can develop opportunities for business and for jobs. So also, I think the original way to deal with the contents of this new thematic area is that we focus on the professions, the professionals that they will be involved in the new partnership. And we have distinguished four kind of groups. One is the creative entrepreneurs and architects and urban planners. At this moment, they are not present in the other thematic areas. So this is the first one for that. And we have also, of course, these cultural heritage professionals, and that they are linked with cultural institutions. And you can imagine that this is an important field for application of new technologies. They are not only digital, even this was very important, but we are also at this moment using technologies like nanotechnologies for new materials and bio-based materials in the preservation of the protection of the conservation of the cultural heritage. And so there are a lot of interdisciplinary fields or research fields that they are combining these technologies in order to develop these different kinds of professions. And we have also this approach for the cultural and creative intermediaries and managers. So cultural institutions, of course, but also foundations and cultural operators promoting participation, and we have also, of course, a lot of public bodies and private bodies, like and finally, we also involve the publisher professionals and professionals of the audiovisual sector that with the new technologies like 5G, etc., also dealing with different forms of cultural production and the impact also in the on the users and the users. Antonio. So as I mentioned, we have advanced technologies to be involved. Not only digital technology, you can see on the screen the broad, very large quantity of digital technology that's involved in this sector, but also sophisticated kits like photonics and advanced materials and micro and nanoelectronics. So what is important also to in this aspect of peer learning education in this for this partnership, because we can promote skilled jobs. And one more, Antonio, and this is this is the key message for the was another partnerships that is important. This is socioeconomic regional environment. And my main goal for today, when I am presenting to you, to the clusters, is to invite you to contact if you think maybe you have clusters directly involved in cultural and creative industries, but maybe you can be also ICT clusters or clusters related to or creative hubs or maybe other kind of these advanced technologies, and or maybe companies that are related to habitat sector, for instance, or hospitality. So I invite you to consider the possibility to participate in this partnership. As I mentioned at the starting point, the goal is to develop investments. One more, please, Antonio. So this is the next steps in the creation on the building up of this new partnership. Now just we received 2 weeks ago the approval of the commission. So now we are just listing the regions that wish to be involved, and we identify and establish the formal contacts with the regional authorities and also with the different stakeholders from regions. On September, we start with this first group of members to specificate and to draft the action plan. And also in September, and in the context of the COVID-19, we plan to create a joint task force with our platform and also with the partnership from tourism and social economy, because they are sectors that directly has been strongly impacted by the COVID. And in order to organize the a matchmaking event and to put together the different initiatives and best practices in to deal with the COVID. And we also plan to develop this matchmaking event in collaboration with the European cluster partnership. And in October, we also have an event in the frame of the European Union Regions Week, in which we present the formal launching of this partnership, and we also celebrate the kickoff meeting for the members. And in the last month of the year, we start. We also hold this matchmaking event, and we maybe we try to have to present a first list of potential joint investment ideas. We need to go quickly because this is very important at this moment in order to support the sector. So as clusters, if you want to join us, it's very easy. There are 3 rules to only to have in mind. One is because you are a private organization, so you need ask your regional authority to support you, and so you need to get a letter of interest. This is the main condition to become member of one S3 partnership. And also you send us an email explaining the motivation, and you ask you to complete a list of stakeholders from the region. And probably we do obtain this template through ERIN or through the different networks, even also with the European Cluster Alliance, if Antonio asked to disseminate the information among you. And you can also have in the presentation the contact points for the 3 lead regions. So it's enough that it's sufficient that you send an email, one of us. One is Maria Chiara Esposito from Tuscany, Konstantinos Samarloukas from Western Greece, the Agency of Development, and myself. And we are also, our partnership is supported, very firmly supported by 2 European networks, the Confederation of Regions, Peripheral and Maritime Regions, and ERIN. So any contact will be good for receiving your expression of interest. And I think that's, Antonio, this is the end of the presentation, and we have room to questions, and we will be I have pleasure to respond or to your questions and comments. Thank you.
You are really welcome. Muchas gracias, Francisco.
I hope it was not too long.
Okay, no problem at all. It has been detailed, and that's important to fully understand the opportunity and the needs. So we have with us today Fernando Merida Martin. Welcome, Fernando, because Fernando is the head of this area in the GRC. Okay, I don't know if Fernando, would you like to make some comments, not only about this project, but whatever you think that is important to share with us.
Good morning, Antonio, and good morning, Francisco. Thank you for the presentation of these very interesting partnerships. That is the latest one that we have on board in the industrial modernization platform. Well, I just a small correction. I am one of the coordinators of the platform, but not the one who is leading it. Well, it's quite important for us to stress the importance of the interregional cooperation between European regions in this value chain effort. As Francisco has shown, we have a huge number of partnerships, and not only in the industrial modernization platform, in which we have 23 now, but also in the agri-food platform with 5 partnerships, and in the energy one that we have 6 other partnerships there. The participation of European regions in these activities is huge. We have around 200 regions participating in different activities with different level of commitment, and they are working together, as Francisco has mentioned, in a individual basis. Let's say the Commission is supporting the activities, but are the regions the ones that are making their own efforts in order to find the best way of collaboration, of cooperation with other regions, identifying what could be the advantage of working together in specific areas. In this case of creative industries, it's clear that there is a huge interest in Europe. There are plenty of regions participating, and as Francisco have shown, we have regions from the south, from the east, from the west of, even from the north of Europe participating, and it could be a really interesting area for cooperation in the next programming period. Because of their connections with several different areas, as Francisco has mentioned, not only in the use of key enabling technologies, but also in the connection with the tourism sector that is particularly affected now by the COVID thing. So we are very interested into follow up the activities of the platforms, into maintain the European Commission support in these activities, and we are looking forward to see what could be the results, in the tangible results of these efforts that regions are conducting so far. Thank you, Antonio, and again, thank you, Francisco.
Very welcome, Fernando. I see that we have with us Liana. Liana, welcome from Lithuania. You are one of the possible interested parties. What do you think, Liana? Could you share your opinion? I don't know if Liana is hearing me. Okay, anyway, I have one question, okay? Is whatever cluster could be interested in joining this initiative should be part of one region that is included in the partnership, or could be from any region across Europe?
From any region, Antonio. That is important is that the cluster can show that there are a link between the region and the smart specialization in the region. But for that, the most important is that they go to the regional authority, in this case, and ask for this supporting action, just to check. The philosophy of the spirit of this partnership is cooperation, in a cooperation way. So we are very open. The only requirement is, of course, there are very a strong commitment, and because as Fernando said, this is in voluntary terms. We are not funded by the Commission. So all the actions must be supported by ourselves. And of course, we are looking for developing investments and maybe participation in European programs. And this is also an important and strong point in my experience in other partnership, is to share information and also to share practices. So I think for clusters is also an important tool and an opportunity to develop relationship with another cluster or with another regions. But of course, they need this regional support, because it's supposed that when we develop these ideas or innovative ideas for investment projects, we need to involve the structural funds of the regions. So in one moment or one other. So it's important that the cluster have this support from its region in each case. But for us is at a priori all the clusters are welcome, because we have for developing investment, this is not only an action from the region's authorities. It's important to involve the companies, and in particular in this sector that is very fragmented. To structure this cooperation, we need business support organizations as cluster or chamber of commerce.
Thank you for your answer. I see that there are comments from Tamas. Tamas, would you like to speak and share with us your comments?
Yes, thank you very much. I found the initiative that was presented very interesting because I see that the digital technologies in the different sectors have been coming up or being used more extensively because of the constraints of the COVID-19. So I think that this is an ideal moment to start such initiative because the openness of the people for digital technologies is increasing. So I think that things that would not be possible, let's say 1 year ago, can now plan with a realistic target. So this is why I think that it's a very good initiative, and I will try to bring together the partners in my region to join that S3 partnership.
Thank you, Tomas. So,
yeah, thank you, Thomas. I have a comment, Antonio. As Thomas said, this is a good moment also by me, but also because these new technologies like extended reality are mature, very mature at this moment. And also in the future, it's considered that the access to this 5G, etc., suppose a disruptive innovation, and also it's important to develop this kind of new technologies in a responsible terms. So all these things are important for collaboration. They are expensive technologies, so maybe for we can imagine small museums in the regions or localities, or for that they are or local foundations, that the access to these technologies is expensive, it's not easy. So in cooperative, we can scale, we can share this costs. But now also, as Thomas said, because we need to use these digital technologies in order to develop this virtual audience more quickly, in also for the sector, and to support for the survival of the professionals.
Thank you. I see that Romanas is also with us from Lithuania. Romanas, could you share your ideas?
Yes,
Welcome.
Antonio, thank you. I would like to apologize for Liana because she's having technical problems with her mic. But of course, as a film cluster, as a hub of multimedia in a new media in Lithuania, we are very interested in this initiative, and we are just we would like to express our joy to see that this kind of initiatives are happening, and that cultural and creative industries are meant to be like the main industry to glue all the others, and to start recovering from this big disaster of COVID. And of course, we got some ideas, but what is the main problem that we see that the smart specialization and all digitalization is very much technological, and it's very much about IT. And there is a huge gap between cultural and creative industries and all these technological issues and areas and frameworks that are announced. And we would need a shortcut, some connection, how we should use actually all these new technologies and all these mentioned areas in the cultural industry, because the SMEs which are working in this area here, of course, they have a very small number of professionals who are not necessarily big professionals in IT. So that's why we need some mentorship on these questions, I believe.
Thank you, Romanas. Francisco, any comment? You have another interested party.
Yes, thank you for the comment, Romanas, and nice to meet you. Yes, you highlighted an important aspect, this gap on digitalization issues, and particularly in the cultural sector. It's very easy to talk about cultural and creative industries and all time like a common pack, but this is, in fact, they are not the same things. Creative industries are probably close to business, and the kind of this kind of sector that is more natural to develop this business approach. So maybe it's easy to absorb the new technologies. But in the case of culture, there are this is the cultural field is more complicated probably. This is a fragmented sector. This is also a sector that don't look at business as the first priority. There are other kind of priorities in the cultural sector, and maybe that this is why also they are less familiarized with new technologies and particulars with digitalize. But the other hand, this is an opportunity to cover this gap, to develop this investment, but and also very important this traineeship more than maybe in other sectors, learning and training, vocational training, and in general education.
Perfect. So, Ilaria, would you comment?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Good morning to everyone. Yes, I wanted to say thank you for the Aragon Exterior. I don't remember the name, sorry. And because in Cremona is the land of violin making, is the land of Stradivari and all the cultural heritage connected with music, string instruments. And this creates a very international context, very attractive for tourists. So this is a possible starting point for collaboration. I will tell to my colleagues in Cremona, and we will see. Maybe we can share, of course, with the region, Lombardy region, but also I see Maria Chiara Esposito from Tuscany, so we can start building connection, and we will see. Thank you very much.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille.
Cisco. So,
just to welcome Ilaria.
Adrian.
McCracker is on.
Okay, I see that Marek is commenting on the agreement of the EU package, and I think that is a very important topic to comment today in just 5 minutes. Marek, would you share your ideas on that point?
Yes, thank you. We have 5 minutes. Creative industries are very important, and we know it. And I didn't want to disturb this discussion, but at the very morning today, it happened something very important. The Council agreed to the multi-annual financial framework and the new package. I put it is excellent news for all of us, I think. Of course, it's not the end of the story because there is still European Parliament to adopt it, but we are very close to have really stable financial situation and then starting working operationally on projects and ideas for projects and get the financing together, knowing what is the legal basis. So I put the link. You can look at this. The official document is Council conclusions. You can download from this page. I invite you all to our webinar, which we will have on Thursday, where we will discuss recovery. I'm happy we can discuss on something which is already agreed on the council, in the council. So basically, there are some changes in programs. The solvency program is out, but the transition fund will get not 40 but 10 billion euro. There are more loans than grants, but still more grants than loans. It will cover the spending areas for single market, innovation, digital, cohesion, resilience, whatever, natural resources, environment, migration, border management, security and defense, neighborhood and the world, European public administration. So you can look at these documents. There's long-term EU budget background information, and this is something which I think, if not a bit, maybe European Parliament will come with some amendment, but I think the main point was that the European Council agreed. The European Commission, our President, as well today announced big satisfaction for the fact. So I think we are getting there, and the main point for this EU recovery fund will be that they need to be committed in 2021-22. So it's a very short horizon in order to have the boost for investments. So the main things which we are aiming now is to find really ideas for investments which will boost the European economy, and I think clusters are very placed for. And if you have the example of partnership for creative industry, we always we establish these partnerships not in order to have kind of exchange of ideas or good practices, but in order to have investments. So the partnership, all the partnerships, we are repeating this as mantra for the last 5 years, that all these partnerships should lead to investments. Now will be as well, these partnerships should look at, as well for investment opportunities from this big package which is coming. So I invite you for to our recovery webinar on Thursday at, I think, 10:30. Organized details you can find on ECCP, and then we can further discuss it. Thank you, Antonio, for this.
Thank you to you. You are very welcome, Marek. It's really excellent news, and we must congratulate. And yes, there is a very interesting session this Thursday. I will share the link now with you here in the website and also in the chat for your information. Okay. And yes, we are invited to join it. I need to say also that we have agreed as of today on design, develop a special week focused on S3 and the smart specialization strategies, probably on September. So that will be our focus for 5 days, and we will analyze every area of the next programs on that point. Okay, also exploring how clusters can and must contribute to those smart specialization strategies, and you are invited for sure to join us during that moment. Okay, so 2 minutes, one last intervention. Who wants to make the last comments? Francisco, they are for you.
Well, no, I just thanks again to the audience for the attention paid to my presentation, and I'm very happy that reading the chat that many of you are interested in joining the partnership. So if you want, Antonio, I send you the just very short
Sure.
information about how to join us, and also the template just to send us. Okay.
For sure, for sure. So
Thank you very much, Antonio.
Thank you to you, Francisco. I am looking forward for our next year in Brussels together. Okay, and not only with you, but also with everybody. But yes, have a very good summer if we don't speak. Okay.
Today is holiday here in Brussels. You know, this is the national day.
Okay, so enjoy your day also. Thank you, everybody. And
yes, expat.
You are invited to join us. Tomorrow we will speak about tourings. And on Thursday, as Marek say, we will have the special session that we are collaborating with the ECCP. Okay, so thank you, everybody.
Antonio, may I at the end, because indeed this is National Day in Belgium, and we are still in the mood of COVID. We discussed it on Saturday. I just you asked me how it is in Belgium, the COVID story. Yesterday I experienced in the evening, like 9 o'clock. I was walking by the street, and there was people were gathering in the restaurants for sort of party. And it was visible that the social distance is not kept. And suddenly came the police and started to make intervention. So I just want to say that still we are in the COVID period, and I was very happy and delighted that the Belgian police is really making things realistic. So it's not only declarations, but they saw that there is party going on, even in a fantastic Belgian National Day, which lots of wishes for Belgium for this. But indeed, it works. Yeah, police here in Belgium doesn't allow to have breaks of social distance. So with this, happy day today, and happy day because we have the council conclusion. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Happy day to everybody. Bye. See you soon.
Bye. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you,
Thank you,
Francisco. Ciao.
You're welcome, Fernando. Thank you.